Hello and welcome to tonight's webinar. This is Dwayne Golden. I want to do a test. I feel pixelated. I feel like my camera is moving backwards and forward. Let me know if you can hear me okay so we can get started. It's great to see you and I'm excited to share these things with you, but I need to know that you can hear me and or see me okay. Testing, testing. Just type in the number 2. I want to make sure things are okay. Oh, good. We had one night where I couldn't get anybody. Okay, good. You guys are fantastic. Thanks. So, a couple of things. You got the email message. I didn't want to spend a lot of time. I want to walk you through some things we're doing different. Many of you know we are living in unprecedented times. Oh, you can't hear me? Cannot see you, but can hear me. Can anyone else not see me? If you can see me, type in the number 2 or the number 1. I just need to know someone can hear me. Oh, good. Okay, good. All right. Thanks, Jake, Bradley, or Jacob, and different whoever else is telling me. Okay, beautiful. So, as I show you this, right? As human beings, particularly Westerners, North Americans, we struggle with change, but it's time for the change. In the email message, I talked to you about, the early days, actually for almost 2 decades, like the sizzle call was the hot thing. People dial in a number, they can hear all these people talk, and it was fantastic. But when it phased out, the introduction of GoToWebinar and other things like that phased it out where people no longer utilize the sizzle call. Now, there's still some old schoolers that still use it, but for the most part, people don't. Because the world's become global, a phone call isn't practical. Similarly, the world moved to having a video, professional video on a website, soon someone gets there, to being the means that attracts people. And that worked for a while. There's been some introductions of companies that have blown it out of the water. TVI, there was the Zeek Rewards, there's so many that grew more than up to 900,000 members and so forth. But through scandal, scams, and other things, videos don't work as well as they used to if it's just showing people what's possible when they get wealthy, right? And what's interesting is over the last 5 years or so, or since crypto has been integrated in with multi-level marketing, what has happened is we saw a great evolution. Webinars aren't nearly as often because usually the company who's behind it doesn't want to be seen or recorded saying anything because they're so afraid. Many times you'll never know who they are. In other cases, leaders have done it only to be left holding the bag when the company disappears. So there's not much of that anymore either. Any witnesses? Anybody recognize the trend? If you're new, you might not have. You can still hang on. But for those who've been here for a while, you've been in the industry long enough to see the changes. Type in the number 5, because what I'm going to share with you is a solution. It's not the first time the world had to see change at all. It's interesting, but many of you, none of us were alive. But at the turn of the century, between 1890, right, and 1905, there was so much change going on between the railroads, banking, oil. There was so much change. Transportation. It's so amazing that when there was change going on, it was important to get ahead of it. If we don't get ahead of it, the mass population usually suffers. So what do we have going now? We've been doing our homework. We've seen some things that are working, good methods by okay companies. And we thought we need to bring this to our people. We need to position our people for success using similar model. So I think we all can agree that it's not very reasonable to expect someone to watch a 30-minute presentation and understand what cryptocurrency is, know all about your company, why they should trust you signing them up, or the company which they're getting in. I don't think we all can recognize that to have someone make an intelligent decision off of 30 minutes of hype and glamour isn't realistic for anyone who's been through some of the storm over the last couple of years, right? So what I'm going to introduce to you, and some of you have already seen it, we began talking to you about it about 3.5, 4 weeks ago about introducing a closing system. But we wanted to do so where we could either minimize passing the cost off to you all or the fees, and at the same time, we wanted to make it something that's going to be valuable for the people joining. And here's what we have observed in following and looking at some of the market's systems or some of the marketplace's current funnels that work. However, we wanted to integrate into that some things that are helpful for people no matter what their socioeconomic standing, no matter what gender they are, what part of the world they live in. Everybody deserves to have success. What we've noticed is there's some great models, but it's only for the few and the elite. And we figured we'd do something about that. So that if a person comes through our funnel, if they're overwhelmingly wealthy, they can find a home. If a person comes through and they barely have enough to eat, we wanted to make sure there was something for them to do that they can earn money and get started, right, in a way that's reasonable. And that we believe we've done that. Now, so I'm going to start off with the slides, and then I'm going to log in and show you some things. So just give me a moment. I have to figure out here how to this daggum thing. Why is it jumping around? Okay, here we go. Oh, there it is. No, I don't want to restart now. I'll restart. Remind me tomorrow. Okay, here we go. See my screen? Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. All right. I'm guessing you can see my blank screen. We're gonna make it not screen, not blank rather. What you're looking at is, I'm gonna walk you through some of the things that we've updated. We wanted to go where the industry is going. Several companies have already gone this direction, and it works for them at some level. We wanted to put something together that allows it to work for the company, the members, and the new person. Everybody can benefit, not just one of the part of the one term in the equation, but each term in the equation. So how do we do that? The first thing we've done is, I'm going to share with you, we've created something that gives free access, right? The free access that people get, it's something that gives them an opportunity to be able to learn more in 7 steps that we've created. They get actual training. They didn't pay anything yet. They're going to get value first. You want someone to even trust anything that's going on in this industry, they need to know who you are, what you're about, and why should they even begin to trust you? Why should they not think that you're going to run off with their money? We need to make sure that's clear up front. So in step 1, we tell them a little about the 7-year trend in history. We show them people from around the world generating income using this company. We do so not trying to high pressure sell them. I'm going to show you in a moment. But what's really cool is we don't just do that. We thought it would be important not just give them 7 steps where we teach them, hey, what is this Bitcoin stuff all about, and why is this company choosing that model? How can they generate income no matter what level they start with? How will they be able, how can we demonstrate to them that it's even possible? Well, we go through that also. We teach them why they don't have to become a techie and create pages. We have the means for them to be able to learn how to do it. But I think you all can recognize people are at different phases of their life. Some, it doesn't make sense if a person is 65 or 75 years old to have to become a techie. They literally can come in where they can do done for you, where we do it. We just need to talk to you a little bit, and they have an opportunity to do that within the system, to talk with us. So we match them up with the best place to get started after they've gone through the 7 steps. So let me share with you what that looks like, because you deserve, I think I want to go to a funnel first. Let me just go ahead and do something here. I see Mr. Man. By the way, I appreciate you guys being patient, but I think, as I told you, I didn't want to keep you too long anyway. Well, that turned out right. I like that. Thank you. Make sure it worked. Good, it did. Okay, so what I'm going to share with you is, I'm going to let you see that they go through, when someone goes to your referral link now, when you log into your back office, you get a referral link, they're going to go through, and they're going, when they opt in, they're not going to be given choices to pay for things that they don't know anything about yet. They're going to get a choice to come through and get free access where they can learn all about that. And when they do, guess what that means for you? It means that they're going to go through our system, and I'm going to bring the page over to you, to this screen. I'm trying to get used to working with multiple screens, and it's freaking me out. So what you're looking at here is one of the steps, or step one, of our new portal. When someone creates a free account with you, they're not being hit over the head and pressured to give up 5 Bitcoin without knowing anything at all. In fact, they get to choose what level they start, but we help them along the way. If you notice on the right side of my screen, the entire time they're going through the trainings, they can schedule a time for a private coaching session where they can learn more about things, right? Let me close this out. Or they can go to live chat and get some help immediately. So if I'm in step one of the 7 steps for success, I get to see what it's all about. What's the company all about? What are we doing? Well, I personally introduce them, and then I actually show them a little bit about what the company's been doing over the years, showing them person after person who's generating a great income. I show them we have live events in different continents. We show them individuals who looks just like them, who also started at the best possible level they could. Many of the people who started in our company are premier marketers in the marketplace now. They need to know that. Instead of us trying to sell them on why they ought to give up their money, we tell them there are people who've done it already. There are those who've gone in front of it already and spent money here with 0 regrets. They need to see that if they're going to join you. We also want to take the pressure off of you so that they're not trying to join you who they don't know anything about, and you feel uncomfortable, like, what do I tell them? I didn't have success yet. Allow our system to do that. So as you look at the screen, you probably see people, you see amounts of money that are a lot, and that certainly if they can see that it's possible for these people, maybe they can do it too. That's step one, who we are. We started in December of 2012. What they're looking at in this first video is what's been going on over the last 7 years, why the next 7 can include them. Now, while I stop there, I need to know if you guys can understand that when you're a prospect now, instead of getting a 30-minute, 20-minute overview where they're expected to take money from their family's banking or from something, they can at least see possibilities. Do you understand the value of that? Forget it. The marketplace is going to a place now that says, I've been screwed over so much, you better show me why I should even take you serious. That's what they're doing. So now, let me ask you, as I stop my screen for a moment, can you see the value? Can you see why your prospects now? I only showed you step one. I didn't even go through the rest yet. I'm going to show you in a minute some more. But can you see how valuable it would be for your people to be able to start off with trust? Let's get that out of the way. Instead of having them wondering why because what do they all ask you anyway? How to know you're not a scam, right? They need to see path. They need to see that, hey, it's not some new hocus pocus. They need to see what's possible for them. If you get that, type in number 3. Don't worry, you'll have 0 regrets when I'm done with this. I just need to know you all to note that we've been thinking about you. We've been thinking about you because it's time for the charades to stop. I know what's going on. Everybody now just saying, hey, look, sign up with me, give me as much Bitcoin as you can. Here's how much I made this month. But there's no real info. They don't know anything. We know it's best this way. We see what others are doing, right? But don't have the substance or the history behind them. We're going to do it, and we're going to do it with you and for you so you can begin to generate Bitcoin daily, but not just Bitcoin daily. In our system, we teach them how to generate regular fiat transactions with our smart products too. All right, let me get back there. I told you I was going to keep you long. Oh, you can see it. Good. You guys, great feedback, by the way. I'm going to go back and finish showing you because it's important that I do. So here I am walking. I'm finishing that part out. So I'm just going to stop that video. I'm going to go to step 2. Now it's business basics. We show them the concept of one of the things we'll do with them is give them a basic foundation. One of the reasons they're actually here is because they're on someone's list. They received an email message and was invited to go somewhere, and they did it. That's how they ended up here. What's interesting is we show them how we do it for them. We, instead of them needing to already have a thousand people in a list, we show them that we're going to work with them step by step using our autoresponder system, building capture pages for them or with them, or at least show them how. We walk them through how to do it in this specific video. And what's interesting is we teach them the concept behind it. Now, that's a free training, right? It doesn't cost them anything. If they never sign, they at least leave with some knowledge. We've got so many in the market today that's just emailing. They saw someone doing it. They're just mimicking what they've seen, and there's no real purpose behind it that's going to give an actual result. Well, we want to be able to do that here at Ingreso Cybernetico. We want to equip people. We don't care if you're 80 years old or 18. We believe you deserve the ability, the tools, the resources, and also the acumen of what to do, not just to be randomly doing it. And we do that in this specific video. Some of you have gone through and seen and gone through these trainings. And I recommend that, of course, you can always do it. You create a free account under your referral link. You can walk through it yourself and see what they're going through. So in step 2, we teach them the business basics. Step 3 is my favorite, because one of the big questions is, gladly, I've seen somebody made 50,000 today. I see another guy who's made a lot of money. What about me? How are you going to pay me? Well, we walk them through that in this specific section, and we show them 6 different ways that they have the ability to be paid. We show them with our product selling websites, right? Oops, whoa. We show them with our product selling websites. We show them with our when they sponsor a new team member. We have 3 possible ways to earn through pass ups, and I go over each one here. When they click on it, of course, the video will pop up and show them. So then I show them the premium monthly residuals, but I don't just go through it step by step in the writing in those videos, but in the main video, we introduce them to it. Here's what's possible for you. I don't care what your sponsor's doing. We don't care what you saw someone else doing on the internet. This is what's possible for you. And it's essential that you know, with this new funnel system, it's more powerful than a brief overview. It allows people to get the solutions in their time frame. See, if I can invite everyone out to an overview at 9 p.m., that's good. But oftentimes, they're getting the kids' lunch ready for school tomorrow. They're answering a question to their spouse. They're washing dishes, and it's different. When a person gets this, when they log in, they can go at their own leisure, sit down, and go through each step. I've been hit to all day to day through text, email messaging, and instant messaging with people saying how amazing they love it. I've got those who scheduled appointments with our team and or come to us in live chat because it's working for them. Now we've created a vehicle that will assist you in getting your sales closed. This system itself is enough if we never meet with them to help them to be able to decide what to do. But did you know that we walk them through each step, not just through how to get Bitcoin? We walk through them, teaching them how to determine what they want and how to get there using what we have. When we get to we teach them mathematics, we teach them millionaire math. We know that poverty math, we know what it does. It makes a person think, well, how do I know it's gonna, we know what that looks like. It's whining in one hand and being negative in the other. We teach them how to forecast what to expect, no matter what level they start off at. Instead of crying about not having a Bitcoin, you can start at any level and reproduce it. We show them how, using those 6 methods that we pay. So we go through that. And number 7, we show them how to meet their match. We show them how to choose the level that's most appropriate for them to get started. Instead of trying to force them, push them further away, we work with them in multiple ways. Now, again, they can schedule a coaching session. There, we listen. We find in this video, we spend more than enough time walking them through how to determine what's the best level and how to do it. Now, once you've gotten started, once they're ready to get started, they click the button, and guess what it does? It gives them an opportunity to get started with your level. Whatever level that they know is best, they've already heard about it and they've learned. And what's cool about it is we help them now. They still get to choose the button and let us help them, but then they're ready to get started with you. If they pick a level, guess what? It'll pull up of course, this is a test account, but it'll pull up a QR code and the place to send it. That's it. Now, that's how that front end of the system works. What's interesting is we help them match them up and we give them some coaching, but we know that that's not the end. There's more that's important for you. How are you going to know what's going on with each person? Anyone wonder? I want you to know we created a view and track progression system to help you to know what's going on with your prospects at any point. Would you like to see it? If you'd like to see it, I'd be happy to show you. If you'd like to see it, type in a number 5. I want to show you exactly how you can track what's going on with your people. Because you're going to, I mean, it's essential. Yeah, answer. You guys aren't, look, let me tell you guys, it's really hard to expect to participate in making the great income if you don't participate in such things as this. We're putting this together for you all, and we're not going to charge you a percentage like all the other companies do. We're going to do it for you. We have staff in multiple languages. We have staff ready to help make sure that we can bring more people to you or close them. So here's the question. Would you like to know how to be able to track what's happening with your people, and if they joined or not? Would you like to be able to know how to track that? Type in number 5 while I pick up my glasses. I broke my glasses. Oh no. Oh wow. Okay. All right. You didn't. Okay. Good. Good. I don't like talking to myself, especially when we work so hard on your behalf. We want to make sure you got a good thing going. So let's go ahead and take a look inside. I'm going to create something here. I may have done it the other day. Let me see. I like to try not to evade the privacy of our members by choosing them. Good. I can't even put my glasses on this time. I'm going to have to do it. I'm going to have to move this over and put it on my big screen so I can see. Okay. In this test account, you will be given something here. It's called, you got notifications for the contest, and every time something happens with a new member of yours, you can click this notifications. It'll pop it up. It'll give you what's going on. User was contacted after submitting, right? Because once you look at it, the notification goes away. You'll be able to know what's happening. The user created a wallet for the initial team, and they're waiting for the Bitcoin to arrive to join the executive level. The story goes on and on and on. Now, how will you track that? What you'll do is, let's see here. I go to dashboard, and you can go look at a member, and let's pick one up. You can pick one up and look at it. So if I pick up Dwayne Jr., I'm gonna go look. It says view and track. I'll go look at a calendar and see, and it'll pop up in the calendar. On your dashboard, the last 10 people that signed up with you are there. If you click on the drop-down list, you get what's called a view and track. And when you click that, you're going to see one of 4 types of notes. You'll see a system log note, which means they just created an account, or that they are finished with their videos, perhaps in the free access. The blue note will be a log created by someone from our team. And it'll look like something like this. There was one I saw earlier, but I can't log into you guys' accounts to show this because it would be the evasion of privacy. It'll say something like this. User has just completed the 7 steps and has just joined the 0.5, which is half Bitcoin level, and excited about their first private coaching session that starts tomorrow. That's what you'll see under the date and time that it happened. In this case, that would be the 16th, because that happened today. That's what you'd see there in blue. If it's in blue, it's a regular note. Now, when the person's Bitcoin comes into their wallet and they actually pay, then someone from my team is going to put a success note. User just confirmed and has already paid and joined your 0.5 Bitcoin level. You'll be able to track this on a daily. You'll always be able to see if there's a new notification. You'll always be able to track it that way. Now, I know who you guys are. I know you don't really like giving feedback, but I want your feedback. Do you believe this will be helpful for you? You know what you've been doing. We know that, look, I've been in the industry a long time. I've been coaching in it. I am the consultant for many companies out there over the last decade. I know that the model used to be put up a brief video or go to an overview, and that seems to work. We're living in the Wild Wild West nowadays, and nobody trusts anyone. They've been screwed over. And the people we're talking to in these sessions, they said they spent tens of thousands of dollars, never made a dime, and no one's ever given them the time of day. After they pay, they're forgotten about. If you can see the value in what we're doing for you, give me a number one. I want to know if you can see why this is working. Hey, that's great feedback, Jacob. It's not just you, it's most people. Another reason for a model like this is because most are not marketers. Even the ones that think that they are not. We're talking about 1 to 3% of the population who fall into that category, who from scratch can just have people following and doing things. That's why a model like this must exist. When someone creates a free account, by the way, I would like for you to create a session with us, because you don't have to become you don't have to be a great marketer. You need to make up and leverage what you lack in ability. That's what all of us have to do. And we'll help you. We'll make something and show you how to have people opting into a list so they can be joining you. And then our system will do the work. Because although you may not have X number of years of success, we do, and we'll help you. So that's great feedback. Thank you. Now, interestingly enough, that's not it. There's still more. If we're going to not just give you notifications and track, and we have something for your people from step one, they're no longer going to ask you, how do I know this is legitimate? We go over that in the first step. It's like dating someone. You want to make sure they know they can trust you. Here's who I am. I'm a Boy Scout. I've served my country. I volunteer at the shelter 3 times a week. They need to know that stuff, right? So what we do is we cover that as a company. Instead of us defending ourselves saying, here's why you can know we're not a scam, we show them. We've been making a difference around the globe for years. That takes the pressure off of you. Then they go, well, I don't have Bitcoin. I don't know what to do. Don't worry. Our system, we cover that with them. That's the beauty. We've talked to people who said they didn't qualify. They went through a similar system with another company. As soon as the company found out they didn't have a lot of money, they told them they weren't a good fit. We've heard from others who've gone through a different company who didn't qualify because their credit score was bad. They couldn't come up with a large sum. We're here to tell you, when things are going to make an absolute difference, if you have people who are willing, coachable, their economics are not what will keep them from it. We're here to tell you, even if you have to come in at the lowest possible level, that's what we tell them in our system. Wherever you come in at, we will work with you to help you to climb up and be successful. We show them in a video, people who never made more than $20,000, $30,000 a year before, who have surpassed 6 figures. We show them that on purpose, so you got a shot. So I love your feedback, by the way. Who was that? That said that wasn't Bradley, it was Jacob. Because I need you to know that anyone can do it. We just have to apply ourselves. We can do anything we put our minds to, but when you're working with someone, you lock arms, guess what's possible? Now, I told you I wouldn't keep you long. Oh boy, 29 minutes already. Let me go over the last thing I want to share with you. And don't leave, because this one's a good one, right? We have decided to extend. Stop it, Dwayne. Okay, yeah. We've decided to extend and not only give you a way to track your people. We want to make sure that we can give you notifications every time something new happens with them. As soon as you log into the back of your back office, in the top, you get a notification anytime something else happens with them. And when they sign up with you, here's the best part of all. We don't stop. If someone joins you at a level, we don't throw people away at Ingreso. Our members who are here on the webinar will tell you tonight, they've been working with us for years. And when they call, we're still here. We talk to them. What can we help you with? It doesn't go away. So they're not abandoned after, they have that virtual sleep night, right? You pay your money, which is the equivalent of sleeping with the person. Now they forget who you are. We don't do that. So when they come in, we still work with them. That means after they sign up, we'll work with them, even if it takes 6 months before they can upgrade to another level. But when they upgrade, that's paying you. Every time they upgrade, it's paying you. That's the beauty. But I want each of you to commit to applying yourselves. We work with them so they can be successful. They can become the new culture of industry. One that isn't trying to get just a payday and move on. No, one that understands that if someone applies themselves, they can do it, and they would help as many as possible and be wealthy while they're doing it. A new culture. We want to work with them for that. We work with them in their funnels, campaigns, and messaging. In our sessions, you don't know this, but we don't know what to do. Well, don't worry. Let's log in together. We use screen share, and when they schedule a meeting, it actually schedules and uses Zoom or GoToWebinar. And we help them, as I mentioned, with their future upgrades. Now, we're closing out with this. We've decided to extend the initial, I think we started around the 12th or so in January, a contest that we closed off at the end of the month because no one had reached that time period in that 14-day period. We thought since pre-launch is lasting through April 15th, let's allow people to earn until then. So if you look and you had points, you still have them. And we have a pre-launch contest to win your own crypto ATM machine. I think right now, I believe, I don't know, I have to go out and look in a moment. But you get to qualify by having a minimum of 300 points. You get points every time someone signs up with you, no matter what level. You get points if you become a premium member. You get points if you follow someone. So each social, you got to follow on 4. You'll find that out in the site. I'll show you in a minute. And a video testimony. The reason I joined is because I trust them, or I'm joining because I didn't want to keep paying for different systems elsewhere. I joined because of it. Why are you here? Tell us. And then you make sure we can send proof to our customer support so we can log your points. You get 5 points for that. 5 points for following us on all 4 socials, but you have to do all 4. And you get points for, they're all written on the website, so I'll let you see it in a minute. And you get to check your points in the dashboard, man. I know y'all thought I was kidding. You get to check in the dashboard. So let's go out there and look. Let's see. Contest. Let's go ahead. Contest. I guess I should let you see in your dashboard, right? So here we have our 7th annual anniversary contest, it ends through April 15th, midnight. And we give away a cryptocurrency ATM machine. Here, what are the rules? There you go. You can see them right on that page, right? And don't worry, they're in your back office. This page is 5 points for following on socials. You have to have a minimum of 300 points. You have to have a legitimate video testimony, not this fake stuff. And no false claims. No, don't you stand up and say you made 25 Bitcoin in your line. We're going to take it down, and we also block your account from accessing it. We don't want to be a part of any fraudulent ways of manipulating people to join you. We want validity. And you become a premium member. If you become a premium member, you get 20 points. You sponsor someone in the entrepreneur level, you get 1 point. 2 points for the specialist, 3 points for the manager, director, 4 points, 5 points for executive, all the way up to the tycoon member, you get 9 points. Interesting. We have a list already. My Alchemy, Justin Berengia in first. Alfredo Delgado, number 2. We got Wilma Geraldo, Clay Montgomery, Lorena Noble, Nikki Pingadas, Jermaine Taylor, Juan Moreno, and Roderick Brown, currently on the board. I imagine, and I assure you, that will look very different. It doesn't have to, but I believe it's going to be very different come April 15th. Which gives you more than enough time to generate your points. But anyway, wanted to make sure you guys knew that was there. We are not asleep. We're very much awake. And we know it's high time that you are given ample opportunity to be successful. We believe it's time to stop talking. I don't care if no one does it, right? I know the right thing to do is to give people an opportunity to be involved with something they don't have to keep switching. If you come to my webinars over the years, I haven't changed my message. I've heeded warnings. I said many will leave here to join 5 to 7 companies a year, trying to chase down the kind of incomes you used to make, only to be embarrassed and have people not follow you anymore because you have people spending thousands of dollars with you, only to be embarrassed enough to say that it died or someone ripped them off. You can stop the madness Let's work together, ensure an integrable marketplace, ensure that people can get involved with something and actually have results and see them. Step up. Enough of people being told that they don't have to do anything except join. I know you prefer to hear it. I'm not talking about that. Most of you prefer to hear it. Just sign up and you're going to get rich. And that's how you've lost your fortunes already. I'm here to tell you, we are alive this much of the time. If you look at the grand scheme of things, just over the last 100 years, we've been around a smidgen. There's nothing wrong with applying a little bit of yourself every day to achieve what you say you want. Too many are dying with their dreams in them because they're waiting to get lucky. You don't have to get lucky. You can do it. And it's easier to do it if someone's going to work with you. If someone's already paved the way. You see, without going out and starting a company, you're getting 100%. Do you even fathom that? Without going out and buying a patent, getting your LLC, and then creating a product, investing into creating a product, you have a company that gives you access to when you sell them, you can keep 100% of it. You save yourself a lot of time and years and reputation. You don't have to have years of experience because you get to have their experience. Do you not see the value in that? If you don't, you're likely to be joining the next new hot thing that pops up tomorrow that will last 90 days and rip you off. Okay, enough of my tangent. You all give me some feedback. Was this webinar helpful? Are you able to see the value of what you have here? And are you ready to go get it in 2020? If you're ready to go get it in 2020 with me, right? Give me a hearty number 5. I want to know who's ready to go get it with me. Let's go. Let's go. Now, if you want to continue watching and not participate and just watch everyone else go get it, that's cool. I like being watched. But the song will not change. You have a tremendous opportunity here. Some of your sponsors, they get to enjoy what it means to have people like you go through their funnel and be here. You need to know what that's like, to know that your people you bring in are going to be cared for, not stolen, not moved around, but cared for and given the opportunity to succeed. That's going to benefit you long term. If you're short term, you will not understand the value of a prospect for the next 5 years. And that's been the problem. You sign them up and you forget about them. That's something. But you want to see what happens. If someone joins you at the 0.007 level, that's the lowest possible level we have. You can't complain and think something's wrong. What you have to do is understand what happens if they upgrade up to the 1 Bitcoin before the end of the year. They go to the 0.05, then they go to the 0.15. Every time they do that, they're paying you. You cannot be short-sighted. That's just bad business. You have to understand that the value over time is what matters. We're going to keep giving them value, and they're going to want to upgrade because we're going to help them be successful at the level they're at. Everybody wins. All right, I'm done. You guys tell me if there's any questions I can answer for you. I'll be happy to. Otherwise, we are absolutely finished. God bless you guys. I want you to have a good night, but I'll give you 10 seconds. I'll wait 10 seconds before I leave to see if you have any questions for me. 10, 9, 8, 5. Okay. You guys have been terrific. God bless you. Have a fantastic night. Take care.